On my wedding day, I discovered my fiancé and maid of honor had been sleeping together for years, but when I confronted them, he simply smiled and said, "Why are you surprised? We've been planning to get married since we were kids. You were just keeping her spot warm." The morning of my wedding day started with sunshine and promise. I stood in front of the full-length mirror, admiring how the delicate lace of my wedding dress hugged my curves in all the right places. My heart fluttered with excitement as I imagined Alex's face when he saw me walking down the aisle. "Olivia, you look absolutely stunning," my mom said, wiping away a tear. I smiled, twirling around to make the dress fan out. "I can't believe this is finally happening. After 7 years together, panned high school sweethearts turned adult partners. Alex and I were finally getting married. We had weathered college, our first jobs, and even a year of long distance when he got an internship across the country. Through it all, our love had stayed strong, or so I thought. As my bridesmaids fussed over the final touches, I realized someone was missing. Here is Emma," I asked. Looking around the bridal suite, Emma had been my best friend since 6th grade. We shared everything: paired clothes, secrets, dreams. When Alex proposed, asking her to be my maid of honor was the easiest decision I'd ever made. "I think she went to check on something with the coordinator," my cousin Avel said, not quite meeting my eyes. Something in her voice felt off, but I brushed it aside. Pre-wedding jitters were getting to all of us. My phone buzzed with a text from my brother Jason. "You need to come to room 312. Right now, don't bring anyone." My stomach dropped. Jason wasn't one for drama. "I need to step out for a minute," I told the girls, slipping my feet into a pair of flats. "But we're almost done with your makeup," the makeup artist protested. "I'll be right back," I promised, already heading for the door. The hallway of the hotel was quiet, too quiet for a place that should be bustling with wedding preparations. Room 312 was on the other side of the building, paying part of the block we'd reserved for out-of-town guests. When I got there, Jason was waiting outside, his face grim. "What's going on?" I asked, suddenly afraid. He hesitated, then spoke softly. "I think you should see for yourself." As he pushed the door open, I heard familiar voices inside. "Can't keep doing this, Alex. She's my best friend." Emma's voice thick with tears. "Look, after today, it doesn't matter anymore," Alex replied, his tone dismissive in a way I'd never heard before. "We'll figure it out." I stepped into the room and everything froze. Emma stood by the window in her pale blue bridesmaid dress, Messia streaking down her cheeks. Alex was still buttoning up his shirt, his bow tie hanging loose around his collar. The bed behind them was unmade sheets tangled for a moment. Nobody moved. Nobody breathed. "Liv," Emma whispered, her face draining of color. Alex recovered first, his expression shifting from shock to something like relief. "What's happening?" I asked, though I already knew the answer. Alex ran a hand through his hair. "Patered," a gesture I once found endearing. "This isn't how I wanted you to find out," he said, as if that somehow made it better. "Find out what?" "That you are sleeping with my maid of honor on our wedding day." My voice remained eerily calm even as the room started to spin around me. Emma started sobbing, covering her face with her hands. "Olivia, I am so sorry. I never meant for this to happen." When I demanded how long, they exchanged a look that told me everything. 3 years, Alex admitted. 3 years, more than half of our relationship. The word came out as barely a whisper. Alex looked at me then, and I saw something I'd never seen before. Or perhaps had never wanted to see: indifference. "Why are you surprised?" he asked, almost laughing. "Emma and I have been planning to get married since we were kids. You were just keeping her spot warm." The words hit me like a physical blow. "What are you talking about?" I managed to ask. Alex shrugged. "Emma and I grew up next door to each other. Our parents always joked we'd end up together, but then her family moved away and we lost touch for years." I turned to Emma, who couldn't read my eyes.